I stepped away from the TV, and what was it, halftime?
Yeah.
Of the night game. I stepped out of the room, and I hear my wife go, "Oh, my God, you're missing this."
Similar situation for me.
And I come back in and rewound it, and
I was confused by the whole thing because I didn't know any of this stuff was going on.
You didn't see Cower the day before get
No,
his?
I didn't see that. And when this guy that looks like Andre the Giant's grandson, like, emerges from the side hatch,
he's the funniest looking.
Walks
guy.
over. You said you were worried that someone was going to die on national TV. I thought that mongoloid was going to eat his face. What a weird-looking dude.
So we've seen
Who
that
was
guy.
that?
He's the guy that runs the Hall of Fame.
He's the Kool-Aid man.
Pretty much.
Lord.
The NFL Kool-Aid guy. But we've seen him a million times. He's always at the Super Bowl, and it's the same reaction, like, oh, my God, it's fake Babe Ruth is what we call it.
Yes.
He looks like
Very
Babe
good,
Ruth.
yeah.
Damaris said that he looks like Jonathan Winters, like a skosh of Jonathan Winters, the old comic from Mork and Mindy.
You remember the offensive tackle for SC, Sam Baker?
Yeah.
That's his dad.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. And then Dan thinks he looks like Luca Brasi from The Godfather, which he does look a lot like him. But anyway, he's this giant.
I've seen reports that he's 6'9", 400 pounds.
What?
Is there any way that's accurate?
He can't be 6'9".
How tall is Tony Gonzalez? 6'6"?
Yeah. Is he taller than Tony?
I think when I saw him
He was about the same height as everybody on set, at least.
By the way, sometime in this, we were watching this, and my wife goes, "Who is that real tall, hot guy that used to play?" Like pointing to the screen to Tony Gonzalez, and she goes, "What's his name, Luigi?"
Luigi?
Close.
Oh, man. So it unfolded, and it got really, really weird. Here, pull this
There's
up.
always room for one surprise guest, especially when it's this man coming in right now from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, David Baker, the president.
Kurt, good to see you, Kurt.
How are you?
Good to see you.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. Hall of Famer.
Great to see you.
Hall of
Yeah, let the man
Famer.
get
Hall
it.
of Famer. Hall of Famer. Coach.
He's out of breath because he had to walk 6 feet.
Yeah, he reminds me of the World Series technology and stuff guy.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. Did you just see? I had to walk through that side hatch.
Hey guys, Hall of Famer.
Would it be really funny
Hall of Famer.
if he would have walked, shook their hands, and then sat down, caught his breath, got back up, and then time to walk over to Jimmy?
It's dapping
On
his
behalf
face
of
with
the
a
Pro Football Hall of Fame,
handkerchief.
and all those fans that are watching, and all of us who love this game.
And by the way, so here comes Menifee, who, you know, this Hall of Fame dude is not used to TV. And so basically his back is to the camera. And Kurt very quietly goes, "Yeah, America wants to see you do this."
This game. America wants to see you do this. Thank you, Coach, for all you've done for the game. Thank you for all you're going to do for the game. Thank you for the history that you've made and the lives that you've impacted. Thank you. It's my great honor to tell you that you're going to be the 328th Hall of Famer into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And your legacy is going to be in Canton, Ohio forever. Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations, Coach.
Great.
Hey, bud.
It is weird that everybody up there is in the Hall of Fame, too. You don't think about that, but that's a very special group of broadcasters.
It really is.
That is awesome.
I think Jimmy overcame emotions right now. But tell us
You know, they
about-
show Troy up there. It was really cool.
That's the part that got me.
Troy's eyes are very red. He's been stumping for Jimmy forever. Look, the fact that Jimmy's not in the wasn't in the Hall of Fame before is ridiculous.
Or the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, now that's the next question.
Awkward.
Yeah. Don't think that's going to happen.
It's in the Hall of wouldn't be the first time it's happened though. You get in the Hall of Fame before the Ring of Honor.
I like Terry, but he kind of spoiled Jimmy's moment a little
he
bit.
did.
He's just
so over the
screaming,
top.
oh, whoa, oh.
He's such
like before they even finished the announcement.
It's like Polly Walnut said something offensive to Tony.
oh, come on now. Oh,
such that you should relate to this. I guarantee you've seen this. You may have seen it this weekend, like the drunk Louisiana relative. It's way over the top, unnecessarily.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is all the assistant coaches that have worked for.
All right, at this point, I am getting nervous because it's obvious that something's wrong with him. I
Yes.
guarantee he's overcome with emotion, obviously, but
First responders are approaching the stage with a defib.
He's terrified of Hall of Fame guy.
I'm not kidding you. I guarantee you, they were the people in the back that were back there, smoking a cigarette and hanging out with the defib. They rose. It was time for action.
All the great players that have played for me, they're the reason I'm here. And they're the reason I can't talk.
All right.
Okay, right there.
It sounds like the woman that fell off of was smushing grapes with her feet.
Were you guys not nervous?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not right.
And he's turning even redder.
Yes, it's like, you know what it was like? Afterwards, because I was in a full panic, but it was almost like Darth Vader was doing the hand thing to his neck.
Release him, Vader.
Yes.
I can't talk.
All right.
No.
All right.
Where's your ball? I mean,
And then Menifee's laughing at him. I mean, this guy, your coworker's dying, and he's like, listen to how hard he laughs.
oh, no.
Where's your ball?
I mean, this is so special to me because when you put in the work that we put in, it's nice to know people appreciate it.
We love you, JJ.
Love you,
Amen
man.
to that, brother. Love you. Congrats.
And they all knew
They bailed
that.
him out.
Yeah, they did, because they knew he had nothing, and he was about to die.
Look, we're kidding, but this is really cool,
It's awesome.
and it's a long time coming.
Is it because,
Because he hung it up so early.
yeah, I mean, he coached, 10 total years in the league? 5 here, 5 with Miami. And the Miami thing kind of flamed out and really never went anywhere.
Does it have anything to do with the NFL's? Because Jerry's still so involved in the league, and if he got in sooner, that somehow it would have ruffled his feathers.
I don't think so, but I do believe in the NFL and the longevity thing,
Yeah.
that you need to stick around.
Because it's not like basketball or hockey where it's, college doesn't count.
Right.
You're basketball Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
It could be anything, international.
Correct.
It could
Right.
be, but for him, yeah. And what was
Where is that, in Hartford or Springfield, Mass? Yeah, Springfield, I believe.
Remind me what was it Grego who had a really get your licks in now type projection for his run as Dolphins head coach?
Oh, it was both of them.
Oh, it was?
Dude.
Okay.
They thought
I
that
remember growing up being like, man, I don't know.
they thought that Miami was going to win like 5 Super Bowls. And the last game he ever coached
52
was like 63-7.
in a playoff game.
Yeah, against Jacksonville.
I don't know. I think there may be some validity that the NFL held off for so long out of deference to Jerry.
Dude, I wouldn't put it past him.
Because a lot of people, and did either of you watch Free for All? Did you see Tony Casillas?
No. I did
Okay,
not see
so
this
he
one.
was on with Deuce last night co-hosting, or whatever. He was a special guest, and they were talking about Jimmy, and he said straight up, he goes, man, I hate to say this, but those teams back there, the way we won those 3 Super Bowls had nothing to do with Jerry Jones. It was all about Jimmy.
Sure, of course.
And Jerry hears that noise, and the NFL hears that, and they're like going, ooh. They know that it's contentious.
I
They
think-
know that Jerry does not like, and that's why we've been going through what we've gone through for the last 2.5 decades, is because that guy gets all the credit, and all the people that matter, the people that played for him, know it and speak to it.
And I also think that, like, the statement that Jerry issued afterwards
Was so backhanded,
and he
inserted himself into it.
He so desperately wanted to have that other Super Bowl in his pocket before this happened, and he hasn't been able to do it, I mean, he got one with Switzer, yes, but one more without that same team.
Yeah. What was the statement? He included himself in it.
It basically said,
What we
all
did.
rode the wave together or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that, and
He
yeah.
couldn't just let it be singularly about Jimmy. He
Yeah.
had to
Pathetic.
insert we.
I want to hear him almost die again.
thing I can think of is all the assistant coaches that have worked for me, all the great players that have played for me.
Did I go too far?
They're
Yeah.
the reason I'm here. And they're the reason.
No.
The only thing I can think of is
I don't know where it is.
all
Screw
these.
it. He
Back
lived.
further than that. Did
My
you
favorite. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Did you like the cutaway of Troy tearing up? Did you guys
Oh,
mention
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
having him watch it from the booth in Green Bay on the monitor.
I wonder how many people were aware of that. Because, look, you can only do – they did this with Cowher the day before, and his family was there. They were ready for it. But that's like it. Those are the only two guys that you could do this to. The rest of them, you're calling them at home. This was a TV spectacle because those guys are on TV. So it's very unique. Today was the big 100-year anniversary where they open up the floodgates and let people in that should have been in prior. And, I don't think there's any charity here. This isn't like a pity case. I mean, it's pretty legit. These people that got in, they freaking needed to be in the first place. And, of course, the biggest name around here is the great Cliff Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And Cliff Harris, the sad part is that you seriously need to be between 45, above the age of 45, to have any memory of him. And even 45, that may be on the low end. Maybe 50.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that sucks. And that's a disservice to the guy because of what he did here, of how much he meant to that safety position. Being on the all-decade team of the 70s, leading that defense, badass defenses that the Cowboys had for, 15 years straight or whatever it was. He was one of the centerpieces, if not the entire centerpiece of the whole operation. And yeah, the dude would absolutely truck you.
I'm not going to lie. I'm 43, and I don't know that growing up I'd ever heard of Cliff Harris.
No, and you know what? Living where you lived
exactly.
in Miami,
not from here. But I mean, I watched a ton of football. I know the Cowboy legends, the highest level guys, I guess, or NFL legends, and I just don't know that I
see. And it's horrible that we're sitting here with a 43-year-old dude, and we have to give a history lesson, and it's not just you. Cliff Harris is now stories, and that's not right. Cliff Harris should be more than that. And the time has gone way too far.
Jim Brown was just stories to us.
Yeah, but he's not. Jim Brown is he's a legend.
What I'm saying is we never saw him
play. No. But it's tough to find tape of a safety. That just,
I tried looking.
Unless you comb the NFL Films vault.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Hall of Fame did release a few highlights that I watched today, but I just don't.
The one big play I remember is when he blew up that Steelers kicker in the Super Bowl. You remember that?
Yeah.
And they got in the big scrum.
Yeah, he was at odds with those guys for sure. But he just was a menacing presence, and you've met him. He doesn't appear to be a menacing presence.
Oh, not at all.
But he sure as hell was on the field back in the day, and it's awesome. I'm so happy for that guy. I'm happy for him. Our buddy Scott Beasley, who runs Lajitas, Scott's been on trying to put a campaign together to get Cliff in the Hall of Fame for years and years and years. They worked together over there for Kelsey Warren, and Charlie Waters is there too. Charlie's been very vocal about Cliff and what Cliff means to him and the Cowboys in general. This is a big deal. And as you hear from this phone call, we talk about guys that get older and maybe the feeling goes away. Maybe Jimmy Johnson doesn't care as much anymore. Well, you saw that the other day. He almost died. He cares so much. And here's Cliff when he got the phone call.
Yes, sir. This is David Baker with the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Hey, David. I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm glad you are, Cliff. Because, they've got me in the secret room right back here, and I wanted to call you and thank you for all you've done for the game.
Yes, sir.
For all you're going to do for the game.
Oh, my gosh, David.
I want you to know that you're going to be a great representative for the game and for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to Canton, Ohio.
Oh, my gosh.
And
oh, my gosh.
We're going to guard your legacy forever. Not just the football player you are, but the man you are.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you, David. Gosh, thank you. My gosh, I don't know what to say. That's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I'm so grateful, and gosh, I'm without words right now. Thank you so much. And what an elite group for a kid out of Ouachita Baptist to join. I'm so grateful, and thank you very much. Oh gosh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen this
What do I got to do?
Well, let me share with you. They're going to announce that you're on, And I apologize, Cliff, very much for not having the ability to come knock on your door. But the way we rolled this out with so many guys, I couldn't be in Texas and California and every place at once. So we decided to do it.
You can pause it there. So he talks about his father after this, and his father who succumbed to diabetes, and that's why Cliff is so heavily invested in that. And he has a big golf tournament, which you guys are a part of with Norm every single year. And his dad went blind, and that's a huge part of his life. And obviously, this is a 70-year-old man that this means everything. It means everything still.
It means so much to these guys, especially at this age, because when you get to 70, all bets are kind of off. You just don't know what can pop up.
Sure.
And it's the final accomplishment, like the last one that you can earn.
Yeah, and they want to experience it. They want to be alive when it happens, if it's going to happen, which is why it's just so heartbreaking for Drew.
Yeah, it is. Cliff, though, I'm so happy. And you talk to the people that are older than we are that did watch him play and that have a great remembrance of it. Yeah, because we were little kids. We were little kids, and he was a hero and an icon and all that stuff, but I wasn't real familiar with the game itself. I was so small. But the people that were in their 20s, 30s, and 40s that were watching this, and Norm being one of them, Rick Gosselin can be one of them, Mike Reiner, will tell you that there was nobody better at that position in that era. Mm-hmm. He was the Ronnie Lott of that time. And so for it to take this long, was it Cowboy Backlash? I don't know. I have no idea what took so long, but everybody every year would say the same thing. Cliff Harris belongs in the Hall of Fame. All his, not only Cowboy teammates, but people across the league that he competed against. And they all said it. So it's freaking awesome that he is in. And now to Drew Pearson. I don't know. First off, I don't understand this because it almost seemed like that somebody told him he was getting in. It looked like he was having a party.
Yeah, I told Mino it was like watching a college senior see himself drop in rounds in the draft while the camera's on him every time there's an announcement made.
I'll never forget, you may remember this, Ty, back in the mid-'80s, late 80s, there was a guy for SMU that played basketball named Carl Wright. Mm-hmm. And Carl Wright decided to throw himself a huge draft party. And Channel 8 was there to film it. And all of it. And he never got drafted. And this is when the draft was like 3, 4, 5 rounds. And they were sitting there.
5.
And in the last shot they had of him was him getting up off the couch, walking to his bedroom, and going to sleep. And I'm like, and then I thought to myself,
the door just closing.
Why would anybody ever do this? Why would anybody ever set themselves up for that type of failure?
Because the optimism is more powerful than the potential failure, and you believe.
And then the other thing is that Drew, someone's filming him, and these videos are heartbreaking, and I don't want to play them. I don't need to do that to Drew. Drew doesn't. Why are they out there? What portion of his family decided that, he didn't get in, he's freaking out. Let's throw these out there.
To air it or whatever?
Why would they do that?
He probably thought because this time the people that have been passed over, he's the only one on the all-decades first team to not make it. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. He was that confident.
And he is livid. And he's like, they'll never do this to me again. I'm done. And
I was surprised to see that, like the fist to the table and
they broke my heart.
Do this? Yes,
it's awful.
The way they drug this out, they broke my heart.
You think he meant just how it took all morning, or like his whole life?
Probably elements of both.
Because Norm said he thought it was like, you're going to make me sit here for 2 hours and announce somebody every 15 minutes or whatever, and then just leave me high and dry.
I don't get it.
He's like, man, we got cupcakes right behind me.
Delicious cupcakes.
Say 2020. And they're painted yellow.
A bummer. Yes, he belongs. Now he's the only guy left on the all-decade team to not get in. 70s all-decade team. Harold Carmichael, who was on the second team all-decade team, got in, and as a lot of people were saying,
exact identical numbers.
Well, him and Swanee have real close numbers.
If you look at their seasonal averages, at least. I know Carmichael played a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, both those guys' numbers are better than Lynn Swan, but he
Swanee's
made a circus
got 4.
catch.
I guess you have to get 4 Super Bowls.
Right.
And I don't understand it. Maybe
or none, Harold.
Yeah, maybe the back, and as Drew said in the video, there's many games many important games that the Cowboys wouldn't have won without me. And he's exactly right. I mean, there are games that he absolutely saved himself. And we're talking about massive playoff games.
Yeah, we're talking about not just the numbers, which are great, not the championships, which are 2. It's iconic moments in the history of the game.
Right.
Not the Cowboys, but the game.
Right.
And it makes no sense that they left him out.
.538. This is Mike. I'm in with Corby today. And before you even introduce anything, I must tell you one thing. That on the streets of New Orleans, twice, I had maybe 5 or 6 P1s walk up. Hey, it's Roy, what are you doing? Twice, people walked up to me and just said, your daughter died.
Unprompted?
Unprompted, as if I was here that day. Died. Or it was the first thing that was on anyone's mind as Coach O was in the city.
We got a trillion tweets and emails about that during the game that they could not look at that man at all.
I can't look at him without hearing that.
I know, and I'm the same way.
Unreal.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, a couple of weeks ago, before the first semifinal game when LSU rolled over Oklahoma, unfortunately, there was a tragic accident when their co-offensive coordinator, Steve Emsminger, his daughter-in-law passed away in a plane crash, and Coach O had to break the news to him. And Coach O just does not seem like a guy that would have a very soft landing when it came to news like this. And so we started talking about it during Why Today Doesn't Suck, and this is how it unfolded.
Coach O
told Emsminger.
But that's it, I think.
Your daughter died. Now go, Coach.
I would want to not be told till after the game.
It's not your real daughter, though. It's your daughter-in-law, so suck it up.
It's your fake daughter. Now get out there and bust some ass, boy.
You probably never really hang out with her.
Good play.
He could take another crack at marriage, know what I mean, bro?
Wow. This is our only chance at the semifinal.
Okay, stop. Joe Brady calling the plays anyway, though. So.
You really out there just ceremonial more than anything. Anyway, get over yourself. I see you crying and stuff.
Don't tell Joe.
Don't tell. Even Danny's getting uncomfortable.
Now
you know you've gone over the line. So Danny's
like
got soft, is what I say.
How can you guys be worried about doo-doo decorum and then you're...
That's enough. All right, so you get it. You get where we were headed with that.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that is...
I don't support it at all.
Your daughter died.
So, anyway, sometimes we stumble onto things like this, and sometimes we don't. We just let them go away. But I think Danny's really good at internet.
Mm-hmm. I'm so good at internet. Here comes a flimsy setup.
And Danny found this old piece of audio that kind of matched what we were thinking, where turns out that Coach O has a background in this.
He's, in fact, a grief counselor.
All right.
Not sure if he's a good one, but I don't know what this is, but hit play.
Everybody needs a grief counselor, but nobody knows where to go. So if you have a family member perish, we highly recommend Coach O.
I'm Coach O, grief counselor. Come see me. Go Tiger.
Jim, sweetheart, I still don't understand why we're down here.
Carolyn, we got an email from Coach O. It seemed important. I think we should go in and see what he has to say.
I'm not comfortable here.
It'll be fine.
Robinsons, come on in. Get in here. Come on in. Sit down. You enjoy the day?
Why, thank you for asking, Coach O. We've had a wonderful day.
Absolutely, Jim. We strolled around the park. We saw parts of the city we've never seen before.
It's been the best day ever.
The ducks were flying. We weren't anticipating that. It was wonderful.
Your sister's dead. Eaten by a shark. Ripped in half.
Oh, Stacy? I just saw her. This is so horrible, Coach O.
I don't believe it. This can't be true.
Yo, get on out of here now. Get yourself some boudin ball.
You're so insensitive.
You seem so dismissive about a death announcement.
Stop your crying. Get out of here. Go Tiger.
Harry, I'm not comfortable with the sounds emitting from that office.
Margaret, he's a giant man. It's probably just gas. It'll be fine.
I don't like being here.
I don't either, but it's Coach O. We gotta see what he has to say.
Your Aunt Millie dead. Hang gliding. Fell in the volcano. Burned to a crisp.
Aunt Millie? We just had Thanksgiving with her.
Where the was she near a volcano? Coach O, you're freaking terrible.
Coach O, I hate you.
And that smell, Jesus.
Y'all get out of here. I got a 5-star recruit coming in here in like 2 minutes. Y'all, get out. Y'all.
Oh, Coach O, it is so nice to meet you. I'm Luke, and this is my beautiful wife, Tina. We are the Salamis, and we're from northeastern Louisiana, and we're just so happy to meet you.
It's an honor, Coach. I just can't believe I'm in the presence of greatness right after the game. We were right there on the 35-yard line staring at every play.
Yes, congratulations on the national championship. You have made us and all of Tiger Nation proud.
We were there in the third quarter when we didn't think Joe Burrow was going to come out, and then we thought...
Yeah. By the way, your baby dad just died. SIDS took him down.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, she was only 3 months old. We didn't even have time to get attached.
Coach O, this is about you, not about us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got 6 more youngins. It's no big deal.
We can make more. It's not a big... Hey, do you mind signing this helmet?
I think that's more important. Maybe a jersey here, too.
Yeah, and how about this football?
Maybe you get some of that gumbo and sign that.
That's right. Sign some gumbo and this bobblehead. Do you mind?
Go, Tiger. Now get on out of here. I'll sign something for you later on. Get out of here. Get something to eat, too. A lot of food there. Crawfish, there's gumbo, there's etouffee. It's all there for you. Take it. I don't need it. Blackened catfish, oyster, Big Mac, Whopper, Filet-O-Fish, Whaler.
Everybody needs a grief counselor, but nobody knows where to go. So if you have a family member perish, we highly recommend Coach O.
There you have it.
He gives out complimentary Cajun food and discontinued fish sandwiches.
By the way, your baby dad.
That one. Yeah.
I thought there'd only be one opening on the afternoon show, but you guys may be ensuring that there's
3.
There's multiple.
SIDS. Took him down.
I love how he just kind of jumps in. The bedside manner doesn't even wait for a pause.
No.
It's just hang gliding accident.
Fell into a volcano, burnt to a crisp.
It's as we suspected.
It is. It's exactly as we suspected.
He's not good at breaking difficult news.
This Band-Aid's coming off quick.
But he's necessary.
By the way, your baby dad. Stop it. Just died. SIDS. Took him down.
Just died.
All right. Let's re-rack.
Sorry.
Salute.
We're going to announce the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the class of 2019.
I think it's
2020.
I think it's 2020. They call it 2020 because that's when they get it. It's 2020. That's when they get inducted.
Okay, well, give me this. How many got in out of the dozen or so that you listed, 15 or 16?
I will tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 total? Okay.
6 got in.
I've got, out of the ones you listed, Depeche Mode. I have Biggie. I have Whitney Houston. I have Dave. No, I don't have Dave Matthews. I don't want him in there.
You think it's too soon?
I think it's too soon. So Biggie, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston. You said 6? Man, I'm surprised.
I know.
I'm really surprised. That's really all I can think of.
Okay, well, that's not 6, but I'll go ahead and start playing these.
All right. I'm going to be shocked at a couple, right?
I would say yes. You're going to be shocked at a couple. We will start.
I'd be mad
with this band. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Whoa!
We're
gonna. Oh, the Doobies made it. Good for them.
This really confused me because, like you said, this is 2 bands.
Yeah. Is Michael in as a solo artist? That we know?
I don't think he is, man.
Well, then this is cool. I got no problem with this.
And it's almost like they knew this was happening because, remember, they announced a tour with Michael McDonald like a couple of months ago.
I wonder if they got the phone call.
It's too coincidental, right? He has not been with them in decades.
It seemed like it was one of those reunions that would never happen.
But what I didn't understand as a kid was that how a band could sound so different. And credit to them, because, you know, when I was a little kid, it was this. This was the Doobie Brothers.
Genesis did it.
Yeah.
They were very proggy early on, and they turned into a pretty poppy 80s
Journey
outfit.
did it. Journey was a jam band.
Yeah, they were.
Before Steve Perry joined them.
Van Halen did it.
Yeah.
To a certain point.
They just sounded like Van Halen with a different singer.
But I mean, as far as like a total shift.
Yeah, 100%. Van Halen was just kind of a continuum of where they were going to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, this and this. This was the Doobie Brothers that I grew up with, and then the Michael McDonald stuff hit, and I'm like, this is not the same band. Who is this guy? But you know what?
It's all good, man.
They belong.
Yeah, they're great.
I got no problem with them. I don't own any of their records. Do you?
No, but I don't. I mean, I'll turn off China Grove. It's kind of a whip, but
I like this song.
I got no problem with this.
So the Doobs,
go Doobie.
The Doobs are in.
They named their band after a joint.
They kind of did.
You hear that, Corby?
Well, I'm sitting here. All right. Also making it into the
Mike?
Rock and Roll
Yes. He doesn't work
Hall
here anymore.
of Fame, you will find.
Of course. This was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Whit's Houston. What is that?
Lasers.
We need lasers.
Seriously, we need more laser production.
You know what does suck is that she's not here, obviously.
And that she led that secret life that we never knew about.
This was the most beautiful woman.
And she was a crackhead.
And that smile she had when she first came out as a 21-year-old or 19-year-old or whatever.
Stop
she was
you down.
Everything about her reeked of all-American girl.
Yeah.
And she turned into a crackhead.
Crack's powerful, man.
Can happen to anyone.
It might happen tonight. I feel like
I'm going to make this
I feel
claim.
like celebrating. It's been a good show.
I'm going to make this claim. There is no way I ever turn into a crackhead.
I'm not going to make that claim for myself.
Never say never.
Never.
The night is young.
Not
Yeah.
night.
We still have an hour left of the show.
I'm talking about like 50 years.
No, I'm talking about tonight. Like
Yeah.
I said, Clark Hunt, Hall of Fame. I'm feeling like celebrating.
Are you more likely to become a crackhead or is Clark Hunt?
Definitely me.
I think so. I'm going to take you. So, yeah, Whitney Houston, I mean, no doubt. She's got so many of these schlock songs, too. God, I hated this.
You know why I hated this?
Why?
Because it inferred love.
No.
I wasn't interested in
The greatest
love.
Did she write this? She didn't write any of her own stuff, did she?
No idea. I doubt it.
Randy Watson's version is better than this.
Dude, that's all I think of when I hear this is the Randy Watson from Coming to America
You know
version.
what I don't? I don't hear this unless you're playing it for this
Never.
segment. No.
You don't hear
I'm
anything.
never anywhere where this would ever be played.
Never. Who plays Whitney Houston? Like KV, whatever
Mix.
KVAL used to be?
Mix? Was there a mix?
Migs?
Mix. All right, who else got in?
Maybe based on her later life, Migs would be more appropriate. Also getting in, there is your second band. This may confuse and amaze you, but
I'm a little surprised.
dude, I'm sorry.
It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough work. I know they influenced so many bands, but
This is
most people can name one song, and it's this one.
Yes, this is T-Rex. Who did they influence? And is this what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does? They always pull. Remember last year was like Paul Butterfield's Blues Explosion? Do they always get one band that they feel is an influential band?
Yeah, it's that and T-Rex. They are infinitely cool. Like, it's really cool to What is happening? Oh, we're banging a gong. I thought somebody just tipped the cook at Genghis Grill.
I don't know enough about them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got that one record that everybody has with bowling on the front with the bell bottoms in front of the amp.
I wonder how many albums they actually made.
He died.
Like this
he
is
died
their,
at a young age.
This is their second most popular song. Have you ever heard this?
Yeah, of course. I know their stuff.
Okay.
Bowie, Mata Hoople, they were all kind of that whole glam influenced early 70s.
They pumped out 8 albums.
From when to when, does it
70
say?
to 77 when the lead singer died.
Okay. All right. I think that's it, though, more than anything, is that... And credit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for doing that, and that's what the NFL Hall of Fame probably doesn't do, is they are very respectful and feel that they owe it to these pioneers from the 60s and 70s to bring them in when the NFL seems like that they don't do that good a job with that.
There are people in the rock and roll world that would probably highly disagree with me.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. All right, so T-Rex, Whitney Houston, and the Doobie Brothers are in. Also in, you will find...
I knew it. What'd I tell you? You agreed with me on this, didn't you?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's not a bad word.
I heard the S word.
It's close. We got it.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
This is clean. This is Biggie. But I'm getting nervous just listening to it.
Well, maybe the S word is allowed.
Yeah, this is the clean version, but yeah, man, this is kind of a no-brainer, right?
Pioneer.
Yeah.
Such a pioneer, man.
Like first in the 90s when this stuff took off, there was two, and he was the guy on the other side besides Tupac.
Yep.
Tupac. Yes.
Well, so good.
How old was he when he got shot and killed?
24 or something ridiculous.
He was just a baby. Just a baby.
Biggie.
Well, Biggie is in.
4 down, 2 to go, right?
Yep, 4 down, 2 to go.
Okay, it's got to be Depeche Mode. Don't be Dave Matthews. Please, no Dave Matthews.
What is it with you and Dave Matthews?
Just don't do it.
I don't understand your problem with Dave Matthews.
You're going to play Dave Matthews now, aren't you? He's going to play Dave Matthews right now.
No. It is not Dave Matthews.
Oh, it's not?
It is.
That was a drop.
Oh. Yes. All right. There's 3. I'm 3 out of 5.
Now, this made Davey really, really happy. Right?
I'm pretty pleased about this, too. I used to hate this when I was young.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
But, man, they're so good.
This is Depeche Mode, of course. Yeah, I imagine young Danny this was not something that you were really into.
This was
stupid.
Not my jam. It took me a while to come around on, but eventually did.
Dude, I think that they have announced a tour as well. I wonder
they
when
getting tipped off.
They have to. I mean, look. I think the Hall would be very smart to tip them off. Now, they got to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
And they probably signed some sort of NDA. But it's good for the Hall of Fame as well. It's good notoriety and recognition for them. I think it's a very symbiotic thing if they do launch a tour and say, hey, like the Doobie Brothers said, we're bringing back Michael McDonald, we're doing this record or whatever. And, for Depeche Mode, too, it's a nice feather in both their caps.
I guess this time next year when you start looking at Polestar and seeing reunion tours or bands that haven't played in a while getting back together and going on tour, you can just assume that they got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
All right, one more.
One more.
Okay.
Do you want to guess? I'll let you guess.
Okay. Pat Benatar, Judas Priest, Kraftwerk, Motorhead, 9 Inch Nails, Soundgarden, Chaka Khan, Thin Lizzy. Man, is it Thin Lizzy? Dude, if T-Rex got in, Thin Lizzy should get in. Or? No! Is it?
No, that's the drama.
You're traumatizing Danny.
I'm going to go with Judas Priest. I mean, they were pretty huge. That new wave of British metal. I'm going with Thin Lizzy. Is it Dave Matthews? It's Dave Matthews.
Yeah! It's Dave Matthews. No, it's not Dave Matthews.
It is It's Dave Matthews, isn't it?
No, it is.
Please be Thin Lizzy. Man.
No!
Dude, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame went cool this year, didn't they?
It is 9 Inch Nails.
How about that? Dude, this Pretty Hate Machine record, when it came out, we never heard anything like it in our early 20s. I wore this album out so much.
Do you think Trent Reznor ever thought in 1988 that this would be the end result of what he was doing?
What, going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? No. I don't think he gave a damn about this stuff. What a genius, though.
Were you way into them?
Yes.
Were you really?
This album. Pretty much anything after that. I mean, I like what he did with... I liked Hurt a lot. That was cool. But for the most part, it was Pretty Hate Machine, and I wore this thing out and then moved on to other stuff.
Kind of that way, too. I'm really happy, though, that they got in.
Yeah, this opened me up to... like Skinny Puppy and Ministry and all that other kind of 90s industrial stuff, and I dipped my toes in that for a good little bit.
I'm just glad that, and people bitch about this all the time, that, and this is rock and roll, but they're like, man, what are you putting Biggie in there in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Because he belongs.
You just got to get that term out of your head, and it's almost like Music Hall of Fame, even though you don't see any country artists on here. They will throw...
If they've crossed over, I bet there's some.
Yeah. Like, I wonder, like
Dolly Parton?
Is she in there?
I don't know. Probably not.
But I wonder, like, if Isbell will be part of this in 10 years.
Jason Isbell will be... This will... He might be able to do both, but he's not a country artist. He's a rock and roller.
So. Yeah, I agree.
Danny, you want some good news for your Dave Matthews hate?
Yes.
So they were number one in the fan vote. And it is the first time since it was established, the fan vote in 2013, that they did not have the number one fan vote make it in.
Dude, their legion of fans is huge.
They'll get in. I think they'll get in next year. And I just saw a thing on Twitter from the Foo Fighters that said, our 25th year, blah, blah, blah. So that means next year they'll be nominated. So Pat Benatar, Dave Matthews, Judas Priest, Kraftwerk, MC5, Motorhead, Chaka Khan and Rufus, Todd Rundgren, Soundgarden, Thin Lizzy, they will have to wait another year for their validation. Depeche Mode, The Doobies, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex are in. There you go. There you go. On Tuesday, Donovan, over on Fox 4, Mike Ducey, Sam Gannon, they always invite one of us over there to pop on with them. This past Tuesday, it was my turn to go on free-for-all.
I tuned in.
Oh, how'd I look?
You looked great. I
Thanks,
thought
man.
your shirt of choice was a little suspect, but, I can't change you. You need
I wore a collared shirt.
Yeah, it's a short sleeve collared shirt. You need a long sleeve or a jacket.
Corby
Just
always
present yourself.
Corby's idea of dressing nice is like a 7-year-old's first day of school.
That is very true and so accurate.
I don't like it, all right?
Well,
and a nice golf shirt for me is dressing up.
That's not dressing up, but teach his own.
Okay. So I'm on there, and they always do, when we pop on there, we do Twitter questions.
They never do Twitter questions with me. That's very disappointing.
Oh, well, they do with me. And so here they come, and I answer a couple of them, and then Sam asked me this one. Now, you did not see this on the program. This was taken off the radio, or off the TV.
Corby got dumped from TV.
I did. So this is what you did not see on TV.
That's Mino's job now.
Yes, it's Mino.
All right, a fourth question for you. When will Cobra and Danny release a tell-all book about Reiner's mysterious departure?
Well, yeah, I don't know if Mike wants it released about the crabs and all, but
Whoa.
What about just a tell-all book of tickets secrets?
What does seafood have to do with it here?
yeah, I don't. No, I don't want. Okay, it's like we talk about all the time.
We're gonna have to beep that word. I'm trying to think how that's gonna work.
No, it's. Wait, what were we talking about?
Tell-all book.
So high.
And then they kind of picked it up right after that.
So did they delete that entire
All of that.
exchange? They just
All of
didn't
it.
bleep out crabs?
No, they took the whole conversation away. So when they let that question in, but you hear me say, "Well, we're all in the bunker and we would never write a book about each other."
I do remember that.
That
yes.
was it.
God.
But they didn't.
I didn't know the
TV's
lead up.
so scared.
Yeah.
All right, a fourth question for you. When will Cobra and Danny release a tell-all book about Reiner's mysterious departure?
Well, yeah, I don't know if Mike wants it released about the crabs and all, but
Whoa.
We'll need that.
What about just a tell-all book of tickets secrets?
What does seafood have to do with it here?
I'm trying to recover.
yeah, I don't. No, I don't want. Okay, it's like we talk about all
We're
the
gonna
time.
have to beep that word. I'm trying to think how that's gonna work.
What made you go to crabs?
No, it's. Wait, what were we talking about?
He wanted to say.
That's funny.
He wanted to say AIDS, but thought that was too offensive for TV.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't know the question beforehand. Immediately, I thought crabs would be funny.
It is funny.
I don't.
But there's a producer back there going, "No, absolutely
What
not.
the
We got to get rid of
hell?
that.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of that. This is a serious news program."
Like they're not paying attention, and then all of a sudden they hear crabs, and it's whoa, 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 like we do when we hear something.
Why would a man have to retire because of crabs? They're that bad.
He just can't take it. He's just sitting there scratching
They're
the whole time.
chronic crabs.
Right.
You'd have to get in a pool to drown them.
Well, you know they're not going to play that. It's not Saturday Night Live. I know it's late night, but it's not stuffiness with television. It's a VD.
Was that
you're talking
pre-recorded?
It's not. It's
crabs.
lice.
Yeah, we recorded it like at 8 o'clock or something
But
like
it's
that.
down there lice. If he would have said lice, it would have made the
Yeah,
program.
genital lice.
Lice de pubis.
So one of the things we were laughing about, I don't know how this got brought up. I think, because Danny was talking about his grandpa.
That had crabs?
No, his real grandpa that he never met, that apparently is a very handsome man. And because
We're talking about hair and
yeah.
how you end up getting where you get the hair gene. It's from your mother's father.
Yes.
Yeah. And Danny was adopted, so he just met his real...
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And so I was wondering if he'd seen a picture. He was like, yeah. And then I started doing his voice. What I thought was, every old person to me is, huh? Like over and over and over. And we were like, God, what an annoying alarm that would be of just like, huh? What? Huh? So then we started thinking about like ticket alarms.
Yeah.
Like to wake you up.
Okay.
Like literally your phone goes off and these are the sounds.
Would these wake you up?
Okay.
Yes. Just fumbling for the phone.
Okay, bye.
That's when you hit snooze and it comes back in 9 minutes.
9 minutes later. What? Like, okay, I'm getting up.
I would be, dude. Where's that phone?
I want that.
I kind of
I'll
want it
send it
also.
to you.
I want that. I think that would be awesome, and I think it would be even funnier.
Put it in your iTunes. You can assign it to your alarm page,
dude.
I think I want it also.
That is great.
Well, we have more.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, me and Jake were having fun during bad radio today.
Okay.
Here's one of the chimpanzee.
God. That one might not wake me up.
No,
it's kind of
soft.
It's soft.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little soft, but it's so like if you played that for children, would they think that is a chimp?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay, go on.
Her nipples. Her nipples.
Pardon the interruption.
And it's over.
He apologizes for waking you up.
In the nipples part.
Yeah. I would wake up laughing every morning if I had that
think
one.
the first time you hear it, you will sit straight up.
Yeah.
And may even swing a couple of times. Like, what?
I wonder, that's the other thing, is will you wake up smiling in a better mood? Because everyone hates to be woken up. Would this help things?
I don't know.
Her nipples. Her nipples.
Pardon the interruption.
So nice. All right.
All right, you want one more?
Yeah, well,
Let's do all of them.
Okay.
Your daughter died. Your daughter died. Your daughter died.
Yeah, man.
Your daughter died. Your daughter died. Your daughter died.
Yeah, man.
Your daughter died. Your daughter died. Your daughter died.
Yeah, man. I don't wake up to that news.
Right. See, I know if I heard that at 6:30 in the morning, I would laugh.
Yes, you're waking up with a smile. Because everyone wakes up.
Yeah, this is how we can make you wake up happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of these.
This is
Because
great.
the first noise that he plays is it's the sound of Satan.
Right.
The actual alarm. All right.
All right, one more.
Okay.
Nip, 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 nip. Butt chug. Nip, 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 nip. Wiener. Nip, 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 nip.
Scrotum.
Nip, 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 nip.
Beaver.
Nip, 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 nip.
Anus. Rectum.
Oh, wow.
See, I would definitely laugh at that.
That one is my favorite.
We need to send all of these out as ringtones, man. Or alarms, yes.
So what is your alarm now? Is
Uh,
it just a beep, beep,
yeah.
beep? You,
Or-
Daddy?
Or whatever. Well, that'll be one
That'll
now.
be a good fun fact.